Throughout history, valuable treasures from billions of dollars worth in gold bars to precious jewels and necklaces have been buried, stolen, or otherwise gone missing. Often, the disappearance or theft happens during the times of war or disasters, when they cannot be protected or when a military force decides to take treasures back home as a trophy. As you can imagine, the world is a big place, making the odds of finding these treasures slim to none. However, one can always hope. Let's take a look at the top 5 lost treasures yet to be found. Number 5. The missing Romanov Easter eggs. Between 1885 and 1916, the Imperial Russian goldsmith Karl Fabergé was commissioned by Emperor Alexander III to design an Easter egg every year as a gift for his consort. After his death, the tradition was continued by his son, Emperor Nicholas II. The craftsmanship that went into these luxurious eggs is considered some of the finest the world has ever seen. Each egg had to contain a surprise, and the shells became more and more elaborate. In 1917, the Russian or the Bolshevik Revolution has led to the execution of Nicholas II, the last Tsar of Russia, along with much of the Romanov family a year later. In the aftermath of their death, the treasure of the Tsar family were confiscated, and many of the eggs were transported to the Kremlin armory. But 7 of these 50 eggs mysteriously disappeared. It was 8. But in 2014, a scrap metal dealer bought what he thought was a gold ornament in the Midwest of America at a bric-a-brac market. His intention was to resell it to a buyer who was planning to melt it down. However, the buyer then rejected his offer as he thought that the value of the egg was overestimated. No one spotted its potential, and luckily no one offered more than the owner had paid for it. Hence, it was saved from the melting pot. One evening, the dealer typed egg into Google, and a Telegraph article regarding the egg's survival has revealed that the egg is the 3rd Imperial Easter egg, which worth over $30 million. The egg was then sold to a mysterious buyer, but the other missing eggs could worth up to $45 million each. Be sure to keep an eye when you visit an antique shop or bric-a-brac market next time. Number 4. Nazi gold in Lake Toplitz. Legend has it that near the end of World War II, retreating Nazi groups were seen sinking billions of dollars worth of gold into Lake Toplitz in Austria to keep it from being captured by invading Allied forces. Since that time, numerous searches have been undertaken, but so far no gold has been found. There may be some legitimacy to the claim. In the 1940s, the Nazis used the lake as a naval testing site and the mountains surrounding it as a retreat area for the military officers. In 1959, after the war, investigators recovered 700 million pounds of counterfeit notes that Hitler had planned on using to sabotage the Britain's economy from the lake. It's possible that the story is a legend, and in fact, there was no gold sunk into the lake. However, some researchers have noted that the lake has poor visibility and a vast amount of debris that make attempts to locate the gold through diving both difficult and dangerous. Over the years, at least 5 divers have died trying to find the legendary treasure. Number 3. $63 million hidden in Bedford County. Thomas Bill must have been a strange man. Legend has it that in 1816, Bill and a few men he was traveling with came into a large sum of gold and silver while mining somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. With such large fortune, estimated to be $63 million in today's money, all of the men want to make sure that the next of kin would get the money should they perish. So Bill wrote 3 ciphers. One described the exact location of the treasures, the second described the contents of the treasure, and the third was a list of men names and their next of kin. Bill then entrusted Robert Morris, a Lynchburg, Virginia innkeeper, with the safekeeping of a box containing the ciphers. Morris was supposed to wait 10 years before opening it. At this point, if Bill did not return for the box, a key to the cipher was supposed to be mailed to Morris, but it never arrived. For years, Morris and a friend had tried to decode the 3 ciphers, but they could only manage the second cipher, the one describing the contents of the treasure. Number 2. Flor. Flor de Mar, also known as the Flower of the Sea, was a Portuguese carrack that was returning home from the conquest of Malacca. She was already known to be dangerously unseaworthy, but since she was so massive, she was the pride of the Portuguese fleet. In year 1511, Alfonso de Albuquerque had tasked her with bringing home the vast fortune taken from Sultan of Malacca's palace as tribute. However, she was caught in a storm in Strait of Malacca and wrecked on shores, sinking to the rest of seabed deep underwater. No one knows exactly where Flor de Mar lies, and there is some controversy over which country controls the area. Whoever finds this treasure, though, will be the proud owner of 60 tons of gold and diamonds the size of a man's fist. The worth of the treasure has been estimated to be around $3 billion. A replica of Flor de Mar is open to public on the quayside near the mouth of Malacca River. Although marine archaeologists and treasure hunters have made numerous attempts to recover the ship, its location remains a mystery. Number 1. The Patiala Necklace. As the ruling Maharaja of the state of Patiala, India, Bhupinder Singh was used to finer things in life, so making a piece of jewelry that would be the centerpiece of his collection was no easy task. Nevertheless, the House of Cartier did it, and the Patiala necklace was soon regarded as one of the most exquisite pieces ever made. The necklace contained 2,930 diamonds, and the centerpiece was the De Beers diamond, the 7th largest in the world with a pre-cut weight of 428 carats. Alongside this huge stone, the necklace was adorned with 7 other large diamonds and several Burmese rubies. As is customary, Bhupinder Singh passed the necklace on to his son, who was last seen wearing it in 1948. Then it simply vanished. Nobody knows for certain what led it to vanish from the Patiala royal treasury. In a strange twist, the De Beers diamond reappeared some years later at an auction in Switzerland in 1982. Despite its sudden rediscovery, it was sold for $3.60 million. But that's not all. In 1998, a representative of the House of Cartier unexpectedly came across the remains of the Patiala necklace in a London antique shop. Cartier may have been able to reconstruct the necklace, complete with a replica of the De Beers diamond, but many of the original jewels remain missing. In fact, all 7 of the other large diamonds, the biggest 73 carat, are unaccounted for. Could it be that there are 2 waiting to be discovered in an obscure antique shop? Only time will tell. So there you go with the 5 lost treasures yet to be found. These are just a few of the many missing treasures of the world. However, anyone will be fortunate enough to find any of them. Other than the fact that these treasures can make a person rich and famous, they also have a historical significance. Please let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below, and click to subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos in the future. Thank you.